What's going on, LK Mafia? It's your boy Artofkickz, and just like that, we back with another one. Alright, y'all. So, man, a few of y'all have been reaching out to me asking me if I was going to be reacting to Crook's Corner Eminem interview, and I was like, yo, for sure. And I had already known about it. I was actually planning on reacting to this yesterday, but you know, your boy got to get out the house sometime, man. I'm always cooped up in this house creating content, so I was like, yo, let me go out and enjoy myself a little bit. So I went out. We had a little game night with some friends. I didn't get home until like close to 4 o'clock in the morning, which is why it's 11 o'clock now, and I literally just woke up 5 minutes ago. But nonetheless, it's all good. We're about to knock this out before I get the rest of my day going. So, oh man, hold on. Wait, this is an hour long. So I'm gonna have to break this up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna break it up into a 3-part reaction so we can cover everything. And I want to really see what this man has to talk about and the topics that he's gonna be talking about, what he's gonna be covering. Kind of going in this blind, y'all, so y'all gotta excuse me. But nonetheless, I'm sure this is gonna be something worth watching and worthwhile. So let's get into it. Y'all boys and girls ready? I'm ready. Let's go.
To be murdered by, and I was like sometimes I like to trip off people's reactions and shit. And I didn't get the Young M.A. line when she was like, "You can leave this earth, bitch. I'm in rake mode." I'm like, what? Why is everybody tripping? Leave this earth, rake mode. And it just flew over my fucking head, and I was like, damn, I didn't even get that.
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. Damn, he started off by saying he be tripping over folks' reactions. So that's cool to know that he's watching reactions. And I wonder in particularly who he's watching. But that's definitely cool as hell.
Flew over my fucking head, and I was like, damn, I didn't even get that shit. And like, you reverse on I Will. When you said that, I got the John Wilkes, this who I'm in the booth, like, hey, bruh, I go ham for dead presidents. I got the ham for a bruh ham.
Abraham,
like,
yep.
I got the a bruh, but I didn't get a bruh.
Oh, shit.
Hey, bruh. Like, I missed that, and I was like, fuck, how did I miss that? God damn.
This is awesome.
I mean, that's what happens. Like, that Ohio scheme you did, that shit was crazy. And it took me like 2 listens to get to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Line. I was like, wait a minute. Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
The shortest thing for address. Yeah, I saw some people got that, and I was like, because sometimes I don't know if you ever be sitting around writing some shit and you're like, man, nobody's gonna get this shit.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, well, let me just try it and see if anybody does. Like,
right.
But that's kind of the beauty of wordplay.
Right.
It's like sometimes people ain't gonna get it the first listen; they'll get it the second, third, fourth, fifth listen.
Thank you, precisely. Which is why it always trips out on me whenever somebody leaves a comment saying, "Yo, Artofkickz, how didn't you catch that bar? How you didn't catch that line?" This is human nature. Not everybody's gonna get it the first time. Like he said, it might take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times before you catch something. Especially because of what we doing right here. It's definitely a lot harder to catch stuff where you also have to present what you caught. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I definitely go back and listen to all this stuff over and over again.
It's gonna take a lot of listens for the new one that you just dropped. Music to be murdered by. The line, it's so many lines in it. So many.
What's this? This is his intro. Crook's Corner.
What's up, y'all? It's your man King Crooked. I'm live in Dr. Dre's lab right now. You know what I'm saying?
For one, really before he get into this, let's just address right now how dope it was. Like that, this interview started off with talking about reactions and people reaction to the music. So it lets me know, and it lets a lot of you all know that what we do here has some importance, because for these artists, they want to know how people are taking their music and want to know what people are saying about it. So the fact for us to be sitting here doing these reactions is kind of important.
And I could spend the whole episode giving, props to the man across the room from me. His achievements are just incredible. You know what I mean? What are you doing,
it was stupid.
Oh, you talking about me?
Yeah, I'm talking about
okay.
You know what I'm saying? I got the homie in the house, one of the greatest of all times, Marshall Mathers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being
One
here,
of the
bro.
goats.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Appreciate your time, man. Let's jump into it, man. Let's talk about Music to Be Murdered By. It's inspired by the 1958 release from Alfred Hitchcock with the same title.
Mm-hmm.
What made you do that?
Well, it was actually Dre had the sample like years ago, right? And he made a beat to it. And one day it just popped in my head. I can't remember why. So I hit him and I was like, yo, whatever happened to that beat? And he was like, oh, it's still around. So, but the beat was different. I just updated a little bit with some drums and shit, right? But like it was based off that I started thinking like, yo, that whole concept is crazy. Like Music to Be Murdered By. Like, I wonder if I could play off this whole Alfred Hitchcock thing. And then Dre started hitting me with ideas. It's like, yo, you need to listen to this album that he has. So
Oh shit, he got an album.
he
I
sent
ain't
me
even
a
know.
link to that, and I started listening, and I was like, yo, I could base this whole album off that.
That's dope.
There was actually some stuff that didn't make it on there that I was trying to get on there, but we couldn't really work it out with the sample clearing. But I had it even more intertwined than it was, and we had to, pick and choose the best pieces to put.
Now, with him saying that, hopefully somehow he releases that music. Ah, man, that would be phenomenal.
On there, just for sampling issues and shit. But
Fucking samples.
yeah, right.
And I was stuck in traffic for like 3 hours listening to it over and over and over. And I caught something new every single time. And it's like, it's gonna take, till about 2021 or some shit for everybody really, and I'm talking about avid fans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you write in that type of, on that level, like you said you just put it in anyway, even knowing that it could slip by people's radar.
Yeah, I feel like there's a certain kind of fan that will get that, and there's a certain kind of fan that might just be the average listener who doesn't, they like hip hop and it sounds good, something sounds good to them, right? But they might not understand exactly what we're doing.
My freaking roommate, that's exactly him. He likes hip hop, but he doesn't understand any of the stuff that's really going on or what's being said. He's basic. Oops.
Hope it is.
Yeah, but that's what's dope about those reaction videos, and also the people who break down the lyrics and they show you like, okay, he was hitting these syllable schemes right here. Every single syllable, there's 5 syllables there.
I know, he gotta be talking about Crip. He gotta be talking about my boy Crip when he does that, because Crip does those videos phenomenally well. That's how I first found out about Crip, is because he do those breakdowns of the word schemes, and it's just like, I'm like, damn, dude, like you are amazing. You're amazing. I was actually at his crib last year, and him and I were talking about this stuff, and the conversation came up about a lot of these mainstream or bigger artists, and if they actually watch our videos. And Crip was pretty confident that they do, and I was like, yeah, man, they probably watching you and Shag, y'all are pretty big. He was like, nah, man, I'm pretty sure they watching you too. And it's cool to think that these artists recognize what we do and appreciate what we do. It's awesome.
Or 7.
Right.
And he was hitting these right here. And he started a new syllable scheme, rhymed with that syllable scheme, and then came back at the end and rhymed with the first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that helps people like really
To understand the genius.
Yeah, to
Zoning off of one joint.
Yeah.
Stop in the limo. Hop in the window. Shop in the demo. At gunpoint.
Yeah.
I've talked about that before. How M does that. How he'll say something, and I talked about it in the Music to Be Murdered By album. I like, yo, he said this here in the beginning, that he completely diverted from it, and then he brought it back and said it again. I'm like, yo, crazy.
Helps people like really
To understand the genius.
Yeah, to
Zoning off of one joint. Stop in the limo. Hop in the window. Shop in the demo. At gunpoint.
Yeah.
The outer rhymes are 2 syllables. The inner rhymes are 5 syllables.
Yeah.
That's,
Crazy.
in my opinion, what makes you one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, but that's, to me, my opinion back to you, because when we did what the fuck was it? My House. Like, this is me and Royce joke about this shit all the time. We're like, fuck, Crooks did we on this song. All right. But we joke about that shit all the time, because it's like, you and him, to me, make verses that even if you lay them first, they're untoppable. So it's like, I can only hope to tie at best.
That's a big compliment from you, dog.
But bro, when you did in my house, the lights out, the utilities in the facility, the light out, to wipe out. I forgot the next scene, but it was utilities in the, like, he was rhyming all that.
Right.
Like, that shit was like, and being able to keep it going, like, that's what I think a lot of the average listener sometimes might not understand. This, you know, because some people don't catch the syllables. They think that we're, you know, rhyming, you know, my house, the lights out, utilities in the facility, like house rhymes and out rhymes.
Yeah, out.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. They're not catching the full scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not catching the my house, lights out, lights out, wipe out. Like, there's two there, but then there's utilities in the facility. Same thing. It's like, that's the beauty to me of the craft.
It's art.
Of MCing.
Beautiful art.
Like, is that.
That's important to you.
Hell yeah. Yeah, because it's, and I know it's important to you because it's what makes rap fun, right?
Right.
So sometimes we might not have we might be in the mood to, like, to write a song that might not have a message to it. Right. Might not really be saying anything that's important.
Right.
But it's more about the craft, and we're just trying to go as hard as we can go, you know? And I think that to me is what makes it fun.
Right.
Is being able to, you know, when you thought of the, hey, bro, I'll go ham for dead presidents. Like, you feel something, right? When you think of that, you're like, oh shit.
Oh shit, that's kind of ill.
Okay, yeah. All right, let me figure this out. Let me sit down with this scheme and figure it out. But that's to me, man, is the beauty of this culture.
How did the Young and May collab come about? I was very surprised to hear her on there. You know what I mean? She's been doing damage all around. How'd that come about?
Well, when she put out Ooh, I was like, yo, she's dope. And I kind of started following her a little bit. And then it was like, I started watching every video she put out.
Nice.
Word.
And I was more so, like, intrigued by her persona.
Yeah.
Like how like she just carries herself like a star, right?
Yeah.
Like she's just like charisma, right?
Yeah.
Right.
100. I also thought those same things about Young and May. That's why I do like Young and May. I'm a fan of Young and May. It's pretty dope to know and see that Eminem is paying attention to other artists, especially newer artists, and appreciating their craft and actually effing with them. That's pretty damn cool.
So I had the bars, and I was like, man,
she got bars. Yeah.
This is like she's really got bars. So then I just went down the wormhole of like the Eat freestyle she did.
Right.
And then she did Flex, and how she was just calm, murdering it on Flex, right? But she barely even raised her voice. Yeah. Like she was just calmly killing it. I was like, oh my gosh, So I just reached out. I was like, yo, I wanna put her on an album, man. Like I wanna do something with her, and hit her up. And I was like, yo, I said I got this intro to the album, and then I want you to be the first thing that people hear.
Nice.
After that,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, like.
Gave it an alley-oop.
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
What's up.
Yeah,
crazy. That's what's up.
Murdered it.
That's crazy.
Is that what you do? You go down a rabbit hole with different artists when you start liking them, and you go down the wormhole kind of?
Great
It's
question.
funny because I usually spend. I mean, this has been this way for a while. I usually spend like an entire Saturday. If I'm not at work, if I'm not at the studio, I spend like an entire Saturday going through everything that's out. You know what I'm saying? Like, checking out everything.
Wow, y'all hear that? On Saturday, so y'all better bring y'all best shit. You never know who's listening, you know what I'm saying? For real, man. Black Thought. Like, I feel like you guys finally gave us what we wanted, a collab, you know what I'm saying? How the hell did that happen?
Well, I had been wanting to do something with him, and I just never found the album or the song that I felt like would be good to get him on. That was worth, you know what I'm saying? Like, this might be right up his lane. Denon made the beat, right? So Royce put a verse on it, and then Q-Tip had the hook. And when I heard the hook, I was like, my era. And I was like, me and him are kind of from the same era. You know what I'm saying? So this might work.
Right.
So I just hit him up through Royce, asked Royce if he could send him the track.
Right.
And
And it just, y'all made magic.
Yeah,
Y'all
man.
made magic.
I
That
really
was
like that
collab
song.
Hip hop has been waiting on for a long
Yo,
time.
his fucking Funk Flex freestyle was just like, oh my God.
I've been meaning to check that out.
That man went in for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Fucking crazy.
Fucking crazy,
But again, it's what we love about this music, right? Is because, especially as a competitive rapper, right? We rap we're competitive rappers, right? We're not just, like, we're in there, we do this. This is what we do. And it's like inspiring to hear that shit, but it also like kind of gets you like, oh, fuck. Yeah, like gives you anxiety, right? But it's like, but at the same time, you kind of get pumped up about it and be like, oh shit. Every time something new comes out like that, you're always like my mindset is like, yo, I gotta try to top that.
Right. You know
what I'm saying?
And then you go do it. First of all, congratulations, man. 10 number ones on Billboard 200. That's incredible. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put that out there, man. How does that feel though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Did you ever imagine that you have 10 number ones?
Ever Never in the history of my life. Like, I could never like imagine. Like for me, what's crazier about it, that to me is like being able to meet my childhood idols, being able to sit down with LL Cool J, right? My favorite rappers of all time ever. When I made the Relapse album,
right,
he sat in the car, in the truck, and we drove around, and he listened to the whole album.
That's what's
And I
up.
was sitting there thinking to myself, like, I don't even know what to say, because I don't want to play myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to, like, but before you got out the truck, I was like, yo, man, I just want to say, like what you mean to me, man. Like, and I was trying to like not make it come off sappy, but I was just like, yo, man, I'm a stan of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but just to sit there and be like, all right, 15, 16-year-old Marshall, thinking that could actually happen one day. Right. And I'm gonna be sitting in the car. LL's gonna be sitting around in the car with me, and he's listening to my album. Wow. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, that to me, like meeting Dre was like, holy shit.
Is that what kind of keeps you grounded? Like your love for the culture?
Gotta be.
I mean, is that like, you know?
Great follow-up question, because I thought about that too. I'm like, yo, experiences like that and not being above yourself, thinking that you are the top dog, and feeling like, yo, like being starstruck or being like appreciative that somebody else that you idolize is effing with your music, like that has to be humbling.
After a huge amount of success, you know, it would be easy for you to be a different type of person. You know what I'm saying? Like, what keeps you grounded?
I just think, I mean, I'm so in love with this art form, right? And I'm so passionate about it because it's really the only thing that I ever was good at. You know what I'm saying? Like aside from basketball, I'm amazing at that. Yeah.
Okay.
But nah, it just, you know, I just love it. I love to watch, like, you know, like the YBN Cordays come up.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit, he's gonna be the next. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
it's the same shit why when I listen to one of your songs, I don't really want to, because it gets like, I get anxiety, but I have to.
I now I have to say something, because this is the second time that Eminem has brought up anxiety. The reason I got to touch on it is because of the different ways that people deal with anxiety or suffer from anxiety. And for M, it's like, yo, I get anxiety when I hear an artist that is so damn good, and it makes me feel like I got to step my game up. Taking what could be perceived as a negative thing, anxiety, because most people perceive anxiety to be a negative thing. What he's doing is taking that anxiety and turning it into basically motivation or empowerment. Instead of letting it cripple you, instead of letting it tear you down, use it to your advantage. Because when you think about it, the feeling of anxiety and that a feeling of a thrill, you know what I mean? Like when you ride a roller coaster, that those feelings are practically the same. It's just how you look at them. So having that awareness, you can turn what you think is bad into something good.
I mean, I not that I don't want to, but
Yeah, man. I mean,
it's fucking nerve-wracking. Every time you and Royce, you know, and I think because we're also in this circle together, kind of, and it's like, but it's like y'all are the rappers. You and him are the rappers that I get anxiety being on a song with, because I'm like, man, I gotta push the pen. Rappers like Tech Nine. Right?
right.
He's so fucking proficient.
Right.
I don't know what another word to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's so like
Crazy.
Man, he crafts out every syllable.
Crazy.
Every single one.
Yeah.
Every fucking rhyme scheme. Like it's just like you're hearing 20 different things that rhyme with each other in succession. And,
Absolutely.
yeah. And I'm sure you hate this too, like to be like, well, yo, you don't understand what we're doing.
Right.
But sometimes some people really don't understand what we're doing.
They don't understand it. I mean, and I get it. Sometimes if I listen to something that you made, I'll be like, damn. Either, why didn't I think of that? Or, damn, I said something kind of like that, but I didn't say it like that. And then it's like, okay, I can't say that now because he already just said it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's always crazy, man. It's a new era, man. Like, I always wanted to know, like, what's your perspective on people with longevity such as yourself adjusting to the new era of hip-hop?
Amazing question.
Yeah,
Great question.
That's another one of the things that make it fun too, is like being able to watch like Cole and Kendrick come up and seeing how great they were right off the bat.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was literally, for the past week, I've just been listening to J. Cole's oldest albums and appreciating it on a whole other level. I'm like, God dang. Like, I remember when I was in my darkest days listening to J. Cole's music, and now I hear it. Some of the stuff that I'm hearing, it sounds different to me now than it did to me then. And just to think just how freaking talented and amazing that he's always been is like, legend in the making. And I knew it back then too.
And it's like, you start like I mean, aside from them, like I pay attention to everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like all the new shit I try to stay up on.
Nice.
Who's doing what, flow pattern,
that
kind of shit, because it's always interesting to me. Like the baby.
Yeah.
Like, I never know where his rhymes are gonna land.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that
Real
shit is
talk.
so interesting to me because he does it so well.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with you and Royce. It's like I don't really know where this is gonna go, and when I get on a song with you or him, I know what I'm gonna get in the sense of the bar it's gonna be, but I don't know what I'm gonna get. What style? What, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
right.
I don't know. I can't predict.
Right.
A flow pattern, I can't never predict anything. It's the same thing if I getting on a track with Kendrick. I can never tell what the fuck he's gonna do.
Right.
Because he is such a chameleon of styles and he can fucking do pretty much anything, right? And he's so proficient at it, he's so good at it, and you don't know what you're gonna get. That to me is like a top tier lyricist, because it's like you can get your ass kicked any day. You know what I'm saying? Like certain rappers get on a certain song and it's like, it just depends on.
Yeah, just like you. I mean, you probably inspired countless,
Like, I got to pause it right here, and we might even end it right here because it's getting pretty long, and I want to jump back into it exactly right here for the part 2 of this reaction. But listening to Eminem, appreciate the other artists that are out there and be amazed by their craft and their ability to do what they do at the level that they do it. It's almost like he's saying, yo, I will never take the title as the best, because there's too many people out there that are so phenomenal that are pushing me to be better, that for me to say that I am the actual GOAT is disrespectful to hip hop in its entirety. So for him to be paying attention and watching what other people are doing, someone that's actually the best, you can look at it one or two ways. You can be like, man, all right, if he's paying attention to everybody, then it solidifies that he's the GOAT. Or you can think of it like, man, shit, if he's the GOAT, he don't gotta pay no attention to what anybody else is doing, because he's better than everybody else. You can look at it either one of those ways. In my opinion, I feel like there is definitely some GOAT to be said about Eminem, considering the fact that he is paying attention and he is bettering himself. Even at his ripe age of, I believe, 47 years old, he understands and sees that there's room for improvement. But yeah, we're going to stop this right here. I'm going to jump back into it. Nonetheless, if you like this reaction, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more. As always, the link to the original is going to be down in the description box below. If you haven't already, make sure you follow your boy right here on the gram and Twitter at Artofkickz. Till the next one.